want to write about, or that you feel your readers aren't going to respond to, because my readers, they don't like coming to see, you know, bullet A, B, and C, or I don't know bullet A, but, so just be true to yourself. Even if you're a smaller blogger, you don't have to sell out. You don't have to feel like, and I admit, when we first started blogging, we wrote kind of weird posts once or something about toilet paper, which I'm glad is kind of buried in our in our archives. So
you can make toilet paper cool.
You can. This one wasn't cool though. So
maybe your own maxi pads.
Yeah, that's true.
Something like that.
So just be authentic to yourself and to your readers, and there's always going to be companies that are going to want to work with you, and be grateful for you doing that, and your readers will appreciate it too and trust you more.
Really big set of everything I would think to say, except for when you start blogging, it starts to gain some traction, you're going to start getting all of these emails from friends who want you to do something for them. And it's easy to get caught up in that, oh my gosh, they love my blog, and they want me to write about toilet paper, and they want me to write about all these things. But you know, they don't, this is terrible of me to say maybe, but the brand doesn't care about your blog. They care about getting their product out there. You have to be the advocate for your blog and your readers. I learned pretty quickly what my readers like and what my readers don't like, and I don't take posts that I know they're not going to like, even if it's offering me a good sum of money. And often these people are just wanting to do even work for free anyway. But you just have to be, like Katie said, be true to yourself in your blog. Know what your, I don't know, your mission statement is for your blog. You know, my blog's little tagline is simple solutions, I don't even know it. Simple solutions for busy moms. Anyway. You know, if it doesn't really fit into that area, it doesn't work. It's not going to work for my blog. Nobody's going to look at it. Nobody's going to ever click on it. And you know, and I've done what Hillary did to me. Like, you turn into, and it turned out to be an ad, and it was really stupid. And I had an idea that would work for my readers, but the brands don't care. They don't care about your readers. And it's funny because if you would think, they should trust you. You know what your readers like, right? More eyeballs are going to be on our brand if they trust you. But if they don't trust you, then just say no. Just let it be water under the bridge and learn a lesson and go on. Take the brand partnerships that work for your blog. Make sure you know early on what your blog mission statement is, who your readers are, who you are wanting to reach. And then only post about the things that are for that audience.
It's probably the journalist in me, but I do not allow a brand the last edit on my thing. You know, they can look at it and they can give me feedback, but I have
And can I jump in real quick too? These guys are all big, like I always run out of them. My blog's still kind of small. It's still growing. I've only really started getting serious about it in the past year, so it's still growing. So I'm coming from a smaller blog perspective here too. And so just even last year, I was taking things for product because brands would say, here, we'll send you a game and post about it.
I'll still take things for a product if it's something I know my readers will like, and if I feel like it's worthwhile.
Right, you have to feel like it's worthwhile. They're sending you a $25 game and they want you to do a post and they want you to do all the social media to back it up. That's taking a lot of time because I like to put time into my pictures and things like that and editing. So one post for me ends up taking, several hours usually because I'm kind of a perfectionist too. And in the beginning, it was so much fun. Like, look at all this product that I got. This is awesome. It was fun and it was exciting. But then I realized that my time was being taken away from building my brand and taking time on the posts that I knew would get out there and knew that mattered, and putting my time into something that really didn't matter. So I even went to a blog conference in New York, and there were a bunch of toy companies and stuff there this year. And a lot of them expected that when they gave us the swag, like all their products, that we would end up doing posts for them. And what they don't realize is that, no, we won't.
I'll put it on Instagram.
Yeah, you can post it like on Instagram and say, hey, this is great. But it's like, if you want me to put that kind of time and effort into it, then you have to realize, like, your time is valuable. And that's my biggest lesson I learned this past year, is that my time is worth something. So when you're starting to work and you're building, like I've had to say, okay, what is my time worth? Because I'm taking time from my family, I'm taking time from my kids when I do this, I'm taking time Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like Home Depot or
they're gonna be
something.
putting your blog post on their social media, which is probably a lot bigger than your social media, so there's that.
Yeah, so you have to decide what it's worth.
It's a balancing
Yeah,
act.
you gotta know what they're giving you.
Yeah,
You have more comment?
yeah, I was just gonna say, just kind of along the same lines, know that you're worth something and know that your value is probably more than you might think. Someone gave me the advice that if you don't feel sick when you send over your, or kind of like sick to your stomach when you send over your, how much you're charging, then you're not charging enough. And I found that when I essentially doubled my rates, and I was kind of nervous to do that, but when I did, I still got posts, and they were posts that I wanted to do, and the companies actually were a lot more flexible with their requirements than with, you know, the $100 post. I'd rather do $3,000 posts than, you know, 10 $100 posts in a month. And so just know that you're worth something, even when you're small. If you have a, you don't even have to have millions of page views. If you have 1,000 engaged followers, that's better than, you know, 100,000 people that just casually look at your blog.
Okay, last question, and then we're gonna throw it out here for a minute. Could you share either your best or your worst experience with feedback from readers? We touched on this a little bit earlier. And if those are too painful and they'll create, you know, trauma, you don't want to go there. If you would be willing to do that, I would be helpful.
Mine is very quick because, and maybe it's just that I have been doing it for 5 years and I have a lot of loyal readers, is that if there is a bad or mean comment, all I have to do is just sit back in my chair and wait for my loyal readers to then just go on the attack. I don't have to say the word because my loyal readers are like, how could you say that about Julie? She was just trying to help us and she was trying to make our lives better. And so I never have to say words, they will defend me. And the worst thing you can do to people that attack you is ignore them. They hate it. They just want the attention. So if I ever have a post that is somewhat controversial, which I don't often, I will praise the people who say nice things about me and ignore the other people, and it's the best revenge.
Okay, trying to think here. So, I'm still new, so I haven't had a ton, but I posted some LDS things for conference. We have everyone's on their lives and free stuff.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, LDS people, sometimes they're not very nice. You think Christians would be nice, but I had people tell me, I think I had one dad post and say, I printed this off. What did he say? Something like, it was so confusing and it was a waste of time, she didn't get anything out. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, just you get any comments. And then I did a video, I think at the beginning of the year, and it was a crock pot video. And it was like a corner of it was a little dirty, I guess. There was, sometimes with crock pots, you can't always scrub them super clean, right? So it wasn't perfect, I know, but I had some commenters say, I will never make a recipe from someone that can't clean their own dishes or something to that. So that kind of, I remember that made me cry a little bit, and I told my husband, and he was like, it's okay, and I ended up taking the video down, so I don't sure I do it, but that kind of always sticks in my head now, whenever I take pictures and stuff, I'm kind of paranoid, but yeah, it's funny, commenters will point out things that you would never even think about sometimes. But on the flip side, there's been positivity. I recently had a gal email me and tell me she'd been going through some infertility things as well, and she has some anxiety and depression from it, and so she just wanted me to know how grateful she was that I shared it, and then asked me some questions about how I kind of coped and some things that had worked for me. And so for me, that was really valuable because I felt like I was reaching someone, and I've learned that if you can just reach one person, then it's totally worth it. It really is. Like, if you can make a difference in one person's life, it's totally worth it. I'm not gonna move on to cry. I know, I'm getting emotional, like, I'm sure about that.
So I have labor and delivery posts, and I will get doulas to come on who just rip me to shreds about how I know nothing about labor and delivery. I've done labor and delivery for 15 years, so it's been thousands of babies that I've delivered, but I don't know much about it, apparently. And I usually just respond like, "You are so sweet. I can't wait to meet you in a delivery room," or just something like that. Like it rolls off. So I don't tend. These guys tend to take it a lot more
I
personally.
couldn't put all my
And
comments.
I'm just like, whatever.
prenatal class if you know you're pregnant. But she actually got me through some hard times in my pregnancy, so she knows what she's talking about.
Did you comment on my post?
I comment sometimes. I would say people will make controversy out of anything. Probably the meanest comments I got were from a post about a homemade boutonniere. And it was when I first started blogging, and this lady just ripped me to pieces, sent me essay emails about how I was so bad for encouraging people to do DIY stuff, and how I don't know, it was bad. She was a woman minister that married people, so I don't know. Apparently I was being offensive to her. But, and I have found that I take things personally, and that's something that I've had to try and get past, because, I want people to like my stuff, and I don't want them to, think I'm writing mean things. And most of the time, the comments I get are they're just silly, and it's hard. Sometimes I want to respond, and sometimes I just delete them. But like Julie said, sometimes your readers will come back, and they will defend you, and that's why it's worth getting those readers that appreciate what you do. And for me, it makes it all worth it when I get those comments where someone comes and says, this is just what I need you to read, or I just appreciate, you taking the time to write all this out, because it shows you that it's worth it. And there's more positive people than not. And if you ever read a blog post that you like, try and comment, because those comments mean so much to us. And I know it's hard, but it really can make a day so much better.
Again, with my journalism background, when I first started, I thought, I can't delete any mean comments because the First Amendment rights, I can't be like people. But I soon got over that. I was like, this is my blog, this is my place. You come to my house, you're not going to be saying mean things about me in my house, so I have no problem.
I don't delete my mean comments. I try to kill them with kindness. But that's been my approach, and it works for me, and it makes me feel better about it. So I had this one post, and kind of like Katie, it's a surprisingly controversial post. It's about helping your children read more books over the summer, because that's really bad. And I'm a horrible mother for requiring my children to read books over the summer. And seriously, I got like a huge amount of really negative comments on that particular post, and one of them, the one that made me cry for like a week, was like, you are the worst mother in the world. I bet your children hate you and they can't wait to get out of the house. What? And my daughter read it, she goes, what's wrong with them? And it's a good learning experience that people behind a keyboard aren't always, thinking of your feelings, and sometimes they're just, I don't know. I don't know how that, and I don't know why and I feel like maybe it got posted in a forum somewhere, because all these comments sort of came at the same time, and I think it got posted in a forum where somebody was like, look at this, mom makes her children read, and everybody was just so up in arms. But I've gotten over that now. When I get negative comments, I still try to just kindly answer. I have the same experience as Jill and others. A lot of my readers will come to my, come defend what I have said, and that's very nice to have that. But mostly it's positive. I love getting the emails from my readers that say, thank you so much for sharing your life with us, and these things that you're doing, it's helped me so much as I go through similar things. And that's what makes it worth it, really. For me, it helps me keep going when I'm having struggles keeping up with it or whatever. When I get that nice email, I have a folder in my email that's called Pick Me Up, and I stick those emails in there. And if I'm ever feeling like I don't want to blog anymore, I can open that folder and I can say, no, I'm helping people, and my blog is actually helping people. And that's a big feeling. So mostly it's good.
I have a nice comments folder too. It's a good thing to have on a bad day. I want to say about deleting, I don't delete all negative comments, but if it's a really nasty one, what I have found is it hijacks the entire conversation and overshadows what I'm trying to talk about in the first place. So in those cases, I would delete them.
Yeah, there are followers out there.
I was going to say, the nice thing about Facebook is that you can, if you delete the comment, that person doesn't see that it was deleted, so they might not.
I delete on Facebook, just not on my blog.
Yeah.
What are the technical things you need to know with where to start a blog?
Just start. That's my advice. Just start. Because you can, second guess yourself until the end of time. Just get on a free, like I started on blogspot.com.
I'm still on blogspot.com, and a lot of people will tell you you can't be successful on Blogger, but you can. A lot of people tell you, oh, you can't make money on a free blogspot, and I have it with my number mainly because I have 12 years to blog there, and it just would be such a mess to move it over, so, and I do just fine, it's fun.
And it's very easy to learn if you're just learning.
Yeah. And I know how to work it, if I had to change, I would probably be lost.
I will say, I do a lot of tech support for bloggers, and don't start on WordPress.com, because you can't put ads on there, but Blogger and WordPress, I mean, there's pros and cons. I'm a big WordPress person, but Blogger, you can be very successful. I know some very successful bloggers, and if you ever move from Blogger to WordPress, I can do that for you.
Katie did mine, that's how you did it. Oh, she did us.
Yeah. So just start, like Julie said, you're wasting time not starting, so.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll find out that one platform doesn't do what you need it to do. And, there are things that Blogger does that WordPress doesn't and vice versa. And there's Squarespace now, a lot of bloggers use Squarespace and are really happy with that. Just start. I'd say start on free Blogger to get your feet wet, and then you can always move it over.
Keep in mind that half of the articles written about how you have to blog are written by people who are being paid by the company, so you have to blog.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Bluehost, you have to go with Bluehost, that's because they pay $60 for every blogger. And Katie doesn't pay $100.
But I don't promote them a lot.
But that's why you'll see all these bloggers who promote different. I started on Blogger, it did great. It wouldn't sell my prenatal class the way that I sell it now, so I needed to turn to WordPress. So,
One thing that we haven't talked about is advertising, and I think a lot of, maybe you're traveling, you already know this, but you don't have to find your own ads and put them on. Most bloggers now are with an ad network. And so once you have built, enough traffic and you apply to be part of the network, they will put their ads on your site, and then you don't have to worry about it, although they take percentage.
So it's like,
It's easier than having to do all the tech
I've
stuff.
managed my own ads and it's not fun. It's always worth it.
I think this is one of the only times that you'll actually have people come knocking on your door trying to get you to promote them, right? If you think about any other kind of a media job, you're the one out, kicking the tires and trying to make things happen, no matter what other thing you do, but yeah.
Well, and we do a lot of that too. We do a lot of pitch grants. I would like to work with you, and this is what I can do for you for this X amount of money. Because they don't always, especially the good ones, don't always find you. It's the ones that want you to work for free that your email inbox is full of. But you learn pretty quick. You can pitch around. You can say, hey, I like this product, or this company for whatever reason, and I know my readers would like it, and you can come up with a whole pitch for them, and it's very successful.
And don't think you're ever too small. You can start when you have 100 followers. It just goes up from there.
one of my best relationships came from something that I loved, that I wrote about, and then they found me because I wrote about them, and then I genuinely loved it and wrote about it on my own. So that's a great thing to do when you're just starting out. Find things you love, write about it. Tag them on Twitter, tag them on Instagram. Easy,
Yes.
easy.